the riverfront project.
No, but I do need someone with local connections and a high business profile to help me manage it, and you would be perfect.
Oh, a week ago, I would have been tempted.
Look, I think I understand what you're going through. If anyone offered me anything less than total control of Kruger Industries, I'd turn them down too. I know that the thrill is in making the big decisions.
Right, yes, it is. That's what it is. And I made a fatal mistake. You see, I trusted a snake in the grass.
Well, I can't believe that you're going to let them get away with it. Lucinda, I studied you at Harvard Business School, and I know that you didn't take waltz to the top by turning the other cheek.
Since we're talking about Harvard, and since you studied me, you had to have known about Connor. You had to have. And what she was proposing to do as well?
Well, we never actually discussed it, but I suspected. I never thought she'd be able to get away with it.
Well, she couldn't have. Not without Kirk and my daughter's proxy.
Well, I have no doubt that you will regain control of Walsh. In the meantime, I am offering you a very profitable diversion with the riverfront.
Well, I love diversions, but no thank you.
Well, if you change your mind, the offer still stands.
I would like you to profit more from my career. Watch your backside.
I always have, Lucinda. I always have.
People are always telling me I have a problem with trust, Dr. Michaels, but it seems to me my problem is that I trust too much. Lucinda?
Matthew showed me in. I had some misgivings about coming. Because of our difficulties in the past, I don't want to make things worse.
Not even you could, Emma.
I've been remembering, thinking about the night that you came out to the farm and made an effort to set things right between our families. I mean, now that Holden and Lily are going to be married. And that must have been difficult for you. I just want you to know how much that meant to me, that I really appreciated that.
What do you want?
I came to tell you, Lucinda, how very, very sorry I am about what happened. I know how important your company is to you.
No, you don't. You could never know. I think you're enjoying yourself, though. Really getting off on this mission of mercy thing. Well, you always had it in for me, ever since I married John.
Oh, Lucinda, come on now. You know that's not true.
You know, you really love honesty, so why don't you just admit it?
I came here because I wanted to tell you, Lucinda, how sorry I am about what happened and how it happened. And how very, very appalled I am that my son-in-law was part of it. And if you want to know the truth about John, yes, the truth is that I didn't think that the two of you were right for each other.
Since we're talking about family, Emma, do you think that he's right for your daughter, Iva? Or is this just a route for you to get him back for yourself,
Well, I can see that it was a mistake for me to come. But for whatever it's worth, I came to offer you my support.
I have lost my husband, and I have now lost my company. But I am not so hard up that I require sympathy from the matriarch and the Snyder clan. Yeah.
sip is a world of trouble.
Orange strawberry guava, orange mango, mandarin orange papaya.
Could lead to dancing.
Tropicana Twister, flavors Mother Nature never intended, but should have.
We may have to nip this thing in the bud.
I say, Drusilla, these cookies are stupendous.
Great Scott, Trevor. They're not cookies. They're fake Newtons.
Terribly sorry. Most embarrassing blunder.
A cookie is just a cookie, but Newtons are fruit and cake.
Spare me a second, Sam.
Remember, every time you breathe out,
and shipments aren't just slipping, they're slumping.
someone else may be breathing in. Try Breath Saver sugar-free mints with the core of confidence and share them.
John, I couldn't believe it when Matthew said you were here.
Well, why not? I'm concerned about you.
I thought all of that ended that day in the Dominican Republic, John.
Our marriage ended then, yeah. I know how much control of Walsh meant to you.
Yes, I like control. I like control of many things, and I seem to have lost control of many of the things that I thought I had in hand. But, you know...
What?
Actually, I don't care much.
I don't believe you for a minute.
No, it's true. It's absolutely true. Don't smile at me. If somebody came in right now, you know, and said, Kirk and that cow are out and you're in, I'd say, I don't give a damn. Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's because you're hungry. You want to have lunch?
Actually, I'm not hungry at all.
Maybe what you need then is to get away, take a trip. Why don't you fly on down to Montega? Spend some time with Sierra, Craig, Brian.
Yeah. Wherever I go, I just see the parade of my many past mistakes.
You don't have a corner on the mistake market, you know. Many of us have made mistakes. The important thing is that you admit them and that you face up to them.
Is that what you're doing right now, John? Are you facing up to one of your mistakes? Hmm?
You know, Caleb and Holden were born in... It's on the floor! Caleb and Holden were born at home and everything's okay. Julie?
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Andy, get the picture.
I got it.
Julie, look at the picture.
Oh, Spider-Bud. I wish I were there right now.
The phone. Get the phone. Give me the picture!
Water.
Yell at me! All right. Hello. Yes. They're 2 minutes apart now.
Oh, my God.
Okay, yeah, we did that.
God. He's coming. I have to push. Oh. Julie. Oh, my God. I can see the head. The baby's coming.
Lovely, Beatrice. And this cottage is almost enchanted.
I think that's because the children are finally asleep.
Oh, I think the children, Whitney and Duncan Bryan, are part of the enchantment. You're very lucky to have them.
I know, but I'm afraid they were very wound up this evening. So excited to have their grandfather with them.
Beatrice, you have to remind Jessica that I'm a grandfather.
How much longer will you be staying on, Jessica?
Well, I'd love to stay forever. But I have some things I have to tend to back in Oakdale. And there is business that I need to take care of here.
What, you're not going to do any lawyering while you're in Edinburgh, are you?
Well, I have to contact Brandon Kendall's office for Paul and see about transferring the money from his father's Swiss accounts.
I'm glad I didn't know Father had broken into Mr. Kendall's private vault when he was here last. I'd have been terrified for him.
Well, I'm sure I don't have to tell you your father's tendency to take the law into his own hands. We've had several discussions about it.
Arguments. Well, hello.
Whitney, I thought you were asleep.
I'm thirsty, Mama.
Thirsty to be with your granddad, I think.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Come here, Lassie. Up on my knee. Here's a kiss.
Would you like a glass of milk?
Beatrice, may I take her?
Of course.
Whitney, would you show me where the glasses are?
Yes.
Okay. Well, here we go.
Jessica adores children. She'll make a wonderful mother someday.
Will you be going back to Oakdale with her?
I brought her here to meet you and the children. And when she has to return, I'll be going with her. Why?
I was just hoping you could stay on so we could have a longer visit.
Such a big girl.
I want Jessica to go to Loch Ness and see the monster.
Oh, I would love to, sweetie, but I don't think I'm going to have time this trip.
Well, perhaps we can return and visit Nessie when we come back on our honeymoon.
Yeah, I know. Joel, I know it's a drag, but everything in the Crawford case seems to point to Chicago. So if we can nail down some connection to Frank Wendell and the Harper crime family, then I think we have got it. So you stay there, and you talk to every snitch in Chicago. You got it? And keep me posted. Well, Duncan, I think you have to remember that Jess has had a real rocky road when it comes to men.
Thornton, Roy, and Blake. 3 men that were wrong from the start.
I think specifically Thornton. I think she's afraid to get involved again with...
A married man with children, and he lied to her. I'm nothing like Thornton.
You're white.
I've come to take you home. I was thinking along the lines of a quiet evening at home with a candlelight dinner.
Fine. Who's going to be cooking this dinner?
That would be me.
Good.
No, I'm kidding. Actually, I got Mom to send over some dinner from the Mona Lisa. It should be terrific.
Better.
But you know, when I talked to her, she was weird. Seemed kind of happy, yet positive and evasive. So when I asked her what was wrong, she said nothing. So, Earth to Margot. What?
I'm sorry. I was just thinking about Duncan and Jessica. Just wondering if they're making a mistake.
Well, it's not a mistake if they love each other.
Gonna need a lot of support, baby.
Well, they'll get it from this family.
Good, that they will.
Nobody knows better than the two of us that you can get through anything if you love enough.
Got that right.
Hon, I wish you'd told me about Andy. You know, I would have gone out to Park Farm.
I know you would have, sweetie, but it was just a family problem. Court? Hi.
Yeah, I'll give you two a chance to talk. I gotta call Lucinda.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I know I should call more often. But it's probably best that I leave those memories behind anyway.
Well, I should call a taxi and get back to the city.
Oh, don't be silly. I'll see you back to the hotel.
All right. If you'll excuse me, I'll be ready in a minute.
Well, I'm glad you two had a chance to get to know each other. She's truly a wonderful woman.
I have to admit, I was a bit surprised to hear you talking about a honeymoon. I had no idea.
Well, I know I haven't said anything, but I should think it was a bit obvious. I'm very much in love with her.
I can't help but wonder if you're really over Shannon, Father.
Beatrice, I don't think I'll ever get over Shannon. I'll never forget her. But I'm alone now. She's gone.
Father, I like Jessica very much. But if you're serious about marrying her, I hope you'll consider the consequences very carefully.
And what consequences might those be?
Well, for one thing, I don't know what I'd ever tell your grandchildren.
Hutch, hey! You wanna go for another swim?
No, I gotta work.
Oh, it's too bad. The water's wonderful. Come on, Paul.
Hi. Andy is down the hall talking to Lisa. And we have to talk about getting the baby's blood type. Do you have that information I gave you on Caleb and Holden?
All right. No, I didn't even think about that. I hid them in the cereal box.
Back at the apartment. He should. I see on the chart you're not breastfeeding. Right. You have a very beautiful little boy. Oh. You're so Hello. It's okay. It's okay. I breastfed Pete and Jenny, but figured since I was giving this one up for adoption, I'd better not.
Somebody's awake in here.
Yes, he sure is.
I just called Lisa. She's really happy. She's going to come here first thing in the morning. I told her you were pretty wiped out.
I guess we all are, huh?
I'm going to stay at your place tonight so I can be here first thing in the morning for you. Okay?
Oh, I wish you wouldn't do that.
Why? I want to. I want to. I mean, don't give me any arguments.
Okay, well, how about this? How about, I should pick up that stuff that you asked me to pick up. Can I use your key?
Well, what do you need? I'll go get it.
Andrew, there are certain things that a girl would rather not have a guy get for her, you know?
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Okay. There you go.
Dr. Hobson.
I'm sorry I missed the big moment, but I hear you did very well without me.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it again, thank you.
I examined your son before the nurse brought him in, and I'm happy to say that he's just as healthy as he looks. Now, let's see how you're doing, okay? We'll let the proud father hold his son for a little while, if that's all right.
Well, you sound a little down. Is, you still worried about Andy?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should tell John and Kim what's going on.
I can't do that, Daryl. There's really nothing that I can do about it now. Can we talk about something else?
Yeah, well, speaking of something else, did you realize that all the city agencies are closed tomorrow because of the holiday?
No. All I knew was that I had today and tomorrow off from the center. Why?
Well, there's just a little item called a marriage license that we need to take care of. I was thinking maybe you could use your clout at the hospital to run us through some blood tests. We could run over and get our marriage license in the afternoon.
That's what I love about you, honey. You're always thinking ahead.
Oh, thank you. I'm thinking about a particular day later this month when you become Mrs. Darrell Crawford.
Yeah, well, speaking about a particular day later this month, if we don't get busy planning this, it's not ever going to happen.
Okay. You know, I just realized the quicker I get dressed, the quicker I get to see you, so I'm going to hang up now.
Okay. I love you, too. Bye.
Well, I don't have to ask who that was.
Oh, Mom, he's so sweet. You know, last night when he brought me home, he knew that I was upset about something, so he called before he went to bed, and then again this morning just to see if I was okay.
Isn't that amazing? That's sweet. You know, that's the way it's supposed to be when two people are in love.
Yeah.
Oh, sweetheart, I hope you're as happy always as you are now.
I want the same thing for you and Daddy, you know. Mom, it can still happen. I believe that. Have you spoken with him?
Oh, he left a couple of messages with Joyce yesterday. I went at the studio. He said he was okay and that he would be home tomorrow. Hi. Court, hi. You want some coffee?
Yeah, I'd love some, thanks.
I'm gonna get some fresh. This stuff is cold.
Okay. What's up?
Not much. Andy came by the yacht club last night. You know, I was hoping we could talk things out, but... Oh, we just both said all the wrong things, and it was so bad. Oh, he was mad at me for telling you about Julie, and I was mad at him because he's constantly defending her no matter what she does. Oh, it just got ugly.
I'm sorry, Court. But you know something, you gotta remember, this is not really Andy talking right now. He did the same thing when he was drinking. He's pushing everybody away that wants to help.
Freddie, I felt really lost and awful when he left, and I did something really dumb.
What?
Good morning, ladies. Beautiful day, isn't it?
I think you should take these back.
Hi, it's me. How are you? And how's that beautiful boy of ours?
I want to know about the baby, but I'm wiped out.
Well, I mean, you know, it's understandable what you went through.
I've been lying here thinking about my life and all the people that I've hurt.
Julie, you're hurting me talking that way. You just created a wonderful new life.
The sooner I find somebody to adopt him, the better it'll be for all of us.
Oh, why? Are you getting ready out at the farm for the big celebration tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. You know, if you don't have any plans, you're welcome to join us.
Oh, I wasn't fishing for an invitation, really, but I'll keep it in mind. Thank you.
Great.
Franny always said it was nice out at the Snyders in the 4th.
Oh, that's me. Excuse me.
Larry, can I ask you a medical question?
Sure.
Strictly in confidence?
Sure.
I have a friend who just had a baby, and there's a question of who the father is, but she managed to get the blood types of the 2 possible fathers, so I was hoping that...
some coffee. Morning.
Well, I just invited Larry and Susan to the farm. They can make...
Warn you, McDermott, I intend to win the 3-legged race this year, if Ivor will share my potato sack.
Connor Walsh. Well, hi there. Nice to hear your voice, too. Yeah, he's right here. Hold on one second. It's Marcy.
Surprised that we were getting married.
We're going to wait and ask my dad in person if he'll perform the ceremony.
Oh, well, now you did invite them for tomorrow.
Yes, I did. They said it was a little short notice, but they'd get back to us.
Okay, good. What about Dana?
Dana is definitely.
Glad to hear it. All right, so the verdict is now we're switching to iced tea. Well,
yeah, iced tea. Great.
I want lemonade.
I'm going to call Freda and make sure that she has the guest room ready,
Okay.
just in case.
All right.
Hey. Hi. Now that I have a few minutes, why don't you finish telling me what happened with Andy?
We broke up last night.
What? Courtney, why?
Oh, Julie had her baby and Andy helped deliver it.
So what does that have to do with you and Andy?
You know, everybody told me that when she had her baby, things would be better between us. Well, they're not. I mean, he's more attached to Julie and the baby now than ever.
Thank you.
Here, let me get that.
Oh, that's all right. Thank you.
Franny, I got to run over to Walsh for a meeting, then the rest of the day is yours.
Okay, well, actually, I have something I need to take care of, too, so why don't we just meet back here later?
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Hello. Hi, Jack.
I get the feeling you're upset. Something wrong?
Yeah.
If I tell you, will you just promise not to tell Kim?
Of course.
Andy and I broke up last night.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thanks. You and me both.
Look, I know how fond you two are of one another. Oh. Maybe you'll find a way to fix it up.
I do.
No, I doubt it. Not this time.
Okay. Well, I don't want to pry, but if there's any way, you know, if you'd want to talk about
Thanks, but I'm kind of talked out. But just don't tell Kim, okay? You know, I think Andy should be the one.
I won't. Bye-bye. Thanks. Oh, I'm sorry. Things have been so crazy around here this morning. Courtney, I haven't even really had a chance to talk to you, honey. I hope you're coming tomorrow with Andy.
Andy, I'm calling from the hospital to let you know that Julie is very, very depressed. I haven't had a chance to talk with Dr. Hobson yet, but I will. I hate to ask you this, but I've got to get back to Oakdale, and I don't want to leave Julie alone. Is there any chance that you could drive up here?
I knew there was something wrong. I knew it. Who's that?
Hey, I gotta run out in a second. I'm sorry.
Going to see Julie?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. All right, come on in for a second.
Spoke with Courtney earlier. She
Yeah?
said that the two of you broke up.
Well, that's right. We did. But, you know, don't worry about it. I mean, she's not wasting any time getting over it.
And what does that mean?
I went to the yacht club, and I saw her kissing that guy, Evan, or James, too, and I appreciate your concern, okay? But there's no way that you can make decisions about my life, all right, Franny? Excuse me. I gotta go.
It's hopeless. I can't even take a step.
I really admire him. The way he's handling this whole thing with Franny. Oh, and thank goodness he stopped talking about going back to Boston.
Oh. I was tempted to get out of town myself when I first realized that I was in love with Bob, and it was Larry who talked me out of it.
Well, it just goes to show how much Larry cares about you.
Good. I'm glad you and Susan are coming tomorrow.
Me too. I'm sorry we got interrupted earlier. If you've got your information, I'll be happy to try and answer any questions you might have. Although I have to tell you up front, blood types are not necessarily conclusive in pinpointing paternity.
Okay. All right. Here are the blood types of the two possible fathers and the mothers and the babies.
Well, it has to be the first. There's no way the second could be the father.
Are you sure?
In this case, I'm absolutely positive.
Hey, Ida. There you are. Hey, Doc.
Hi.
Just, I'm early for an appointment. I thought you might want to have some coffee.
Oh, Caleb, I can't. I have to take care of something important.
Bill, I'm sorry to interrupt you at work, but I'm looking for Andy. Every time I call his apartment, I get his answering machine. Oh, we did? When?
Hey, Doc.
Carol,
Hey, Carol.
hi.
Susan, hi.
You want some coffee?
No, thanks. Listen, I just came by to tell you how much I enjoyed dinner the other evening and ask you if you and Katie want to go to Kim's barbecue.
Well, you know, that's exactly where we're planning to go.
Well, good. No, you're just taking 2 cars, though. Why don't you let me pick you up?
Okay.
Hey, John. Hi.
Caleb, have you seen Ida? Oh, hey, Doc. Yeah, she just left. She said she had something important to do. She seemed kind of upset. You know, I've been getting strange vibes from her for weeks. You know anything about that?
No, I've been getting the same vibes.
Come on now, Judy. You haven't touched your lunch now.
I'm going to ask Dr. Hobson to let me out of here this afternoon.
No, you can't do that. You just had your baby yesterday.
I don't have any insurance, Lisa. I can't afford one night, let alone 2.
I told you, I am taking care of that.
I don't want to be a burden to you and Andy anymore.
You are not a burden at all. Now, come on, eat some of this. It's good for you.
Excuse me, but I need to check Miss Shea.
All right, I'll wait outside. May I have a word with you, please?
Of course. What about?
I'm so worried about Julie. She is so depressed. Now, I know her situation is very difficult, but she's a fighter.
Well, it's not uncommon for a woman to experience postpartum depression. The fact that she's a single mother just adds stress. I wouldn't worry about it yet. It'll probably lift in a couple of days.
Well, is there anything I could do?
Just be supportive and reassuring and avoid adding any stress in her life right now. How is Miss Shea doing, Kathy?
Physically, she's fine, but I think you should know she refuses to eat or see the baby.
I'd better check on her. Excuse me.
Okay. I just pulled the second quarter figures for DeWitt. They are in very good shape.
Great. Thank you. You never told me what Marcy wanted.
Oh, well, she read about the takeover and asked why I didn't say anything about it to her. So I told her I was saving it for a big surprise.
As a result, I have to fly back to New York. She's throwing me a party in my honor. Also, I'm going to look in on Mom.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Daryl. Let me go tell Kirk and Holden you're here, and then we can move into Kirk's office.
Connor, I'm not here to talk about DeWitt. I'm here to talk about what you two have done. You know, when I agreed not to tell anyone who you were, I had no idea where you're heading. And if I'd known, I'm not sure I would have gone along with it. I definitely would not have given you my proxy to vote Lucinda out.
Look, Daryl, I'm not sure you know the whole story. My grandfather started Walsh as a family company.
I'm not questioning your motives, it's your methods. And you have to know that this takeover will not foster trust with my board.
Well, I think that proves that we're winners, and that is what a client wants to see.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. You know, my board went with Walsh after meeting with Lucinda.
Yeah, but I gave Lucinda all of my facts and figures for that meeting.
Connor, you have to know the business is more than just facts and figures. Now, do not underestimate Lucinda's personality and her track record in clinching the DeWitt deal.
I am sure that DeWitt will have no problems with our work.
I'm not talking about work here. I'm talking about ethics.
Sorry, I didn't know you were in a meeting.
Hi.
Hello.
My. Those look good.
Yeah, fresh off the vine.
Yeah.
You're looking for Ivor. She's not here.
No, I wasn't looking for Ivor. I looked for you. I wanted to talk to you.
Oh. About what?
About my seeing Ivor? I understand that's a problem for you. Listen, I hope you know that the last thing in the world I want to do is cause any rifts in your family.
John, why don't we sit down for a minute? Now that you ask me, John. Yes. Yes, it does bother me that you're seeing Ivor.
What?
John, you're a very complex man. You're, just out of divorce. And I've heard you say many, many times how much you enjoy your freedom now. Ivor's looking for a serious relationship in her life right now. She is. That's going to make her happy. And, I don't think you can make her happy, John. I don't. And in spite of any feelings that I might have for you personally, it's Ivor's happiness that really concerns me.
You know, she feels the same way about you. Do you know that she will stop seeing me if that's what you want?
Look, John, she's a grown woman. I can't tell her what to do. But I know that Ivor wants to have children. I know she wants a family. I know she wants to get married. And, you're at an age, John, where that's already happened for you. I mean, you already have your children. They're grown. You have grandchildren. Lord. I mean, like me. I mean, it would be almost like, I was, dating your son, Andy. I mean, there's no future in it, John. I don't think that you can give Ivor the future that she wants, or that she deserves.
Almost like you seeing Andy. Almost.
Well,
okay,
like
almost.
my seeing Andy, John.
I like being with Ivor. We have a good time. We enjoy each other's company. She doesn't make demands on me, and that is a good thing for an old guy like me.
Look, John, you came out here, you asked me how I felt. I'm telling you.
Well, I'll tell you. I'd like to be with Ivor tomorrow all day here. And if that's a problem for you, then we'll go to Bob and Kim's or something like that. What do you say?
My dear man, it's up to you.
Well, you think about it. Give me an answer. Not right now. I'll call you later. We can talk about it, okay?
Emma, have you got any more of those fence posts?
Thanks, Emma. I'll see you later.
Yeah?
Sorry to interrupt.
How you doing, Woody?
Pretty good. Good to see you. Emma? You all right?
So, anyway, the reason I'm here is because I wanted to find out from you if you thought that there would be any problem for Angel if I took a job in Chicago with her brother.
Do you think there would be a problem?
Well, Angel said to me that she thought that I was looking for something that she wasn't ready to give.
Are you?
Well, honestly, I think she's very attractive. I like being with her.
Well, would you say that there is anything you want from her?
I just want to be there for her, but I don't want to put any pressure on her.
Have you ever told Angel how you feel?
Yeah, I did. See, well, Angel and I have been through a lot together, and we've grown very close. Well, there are no more secrets between us.
Well, that's healthy.
Yeah. And another big difference is that my feelings for her have grown more slowly, out of a friendship, which is completely different than how things were with Julie. You know, I barely knew her when we got married, which is probably one of the reasons that our marriage was such a disaster.
It just ended in divorce, right? Yeah, this was pretty recent. It kind of leads me to wonder whether the divorce has anything to do with
No,
your
it
feelings.
doesn't. Angel said the same thing, but as soon as I found out that Julie was pregnant with another man's baby, any feelings I had for Julie ended right then and there.
Well, okay, if that's true, then in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with your making yourself available to Angel. As long as you continue to be honest with her. And with yourself.
The man I told you I had loved and lost was my father. I was the only one in the world he felt like he could really talk to, who understood what he had really lost when he lost his father's business.
What about your mother?
My mother was a very domineering woman who constantly put him down as a weakling and a failure in front of what few friends he had left at the time. He finally just completely withdrew into a shell. That's why I don't get along with my mother.
I don't get it. Every time I asked you about your family, that watch I found with your initials on it.
Link, you have to understand how much I wanted to tell you.
But why didn't you?
Because when I first started seeing you, I didn't know you well enough. I had no idea I would fall in love with you. I've never fallen in love with anybody before.
One truth doesn't make up for all the lies, Connor.
By the time I realized I wanted a future with you, I was afraid of losing you. Every time you told me how much you hated lies and deception, I would die a little bit inside.
Oh, come on, you had to know that it would all come out at some point.
I guess that I was hoping that by some miracle you would...
Up anything that might upset her.
Can you tell who the father is?
No. I don't understand how all that works, Julie. But I'll talk to someone at Memorial tomorrow. Then we'll know for sure whether the baby's father is Holden or Caleb.
I pray it's Caleb.
I hate keeping secrets from my own brothers. It's going to be hard for me to face either of them.
No, crazy. Hey, I was wondering where you ran off to.
What is that? That better not be business. I already had to tell Paul. Not allowed in this place.
You still here?
I sure am.
What time
Can I
is
help
it?
you? It doesn't matter. How'd you sleep?
Oh, I just kept dreaming about the farm and Caleb. Hope he's happy.
I haven't called while he's sleeping.
Does she want me to call her back?
No, it's okay. She just wanted to know if you're feeling better, and she said she'd talk to you later.
It just goes on and on and on and on. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ever gonna know.
Know what?
Susan, did Emily say if she'd been in touch with Julie in New York?
No, I didn't even know Julie was in New York.
No.
Is she modeling?
No, she's not. But she does have a friend who owns a big modeling agency there, so she probably will be soon.
Would you two like to change your clothes?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Great.
sounds good.
Here, upstairs. I'll take you to
Yeah,
my
here.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
All right, I think that Ellie should stop working and just relax.
I want to finish my tomato cutting.
Okay.
Can I carry something down to the pond?
Yes, you can get those sodas. They're right down there in the cooler. Where's your daddy?
He had to run an errand in town. Said he'd be back by supper though.
I hope so.
Iva? Yeah. I just wanted to check in with you, you know, if you're doing okay. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm a little tired.
Oh, I'm glad that's all it is. Because you know that if I could do anything for you or if I could help you in some way, that
Well, you are. You're looking good and you're enjoying your new life.
Yeah, I'm feeling better every day.
Okay, Angel. What's the story? You gonna come swimming with us or not?
Well, I just happen to have a brand new bathing suit that I'm ready to show off.
Well, go put it on.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I heard the news about your little farmhouse. It sounds perfect. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, you.
Yeah.
I know you too well, so what's the problem?
Well, I got a lot of things on my mind, but not to worry, because you know what makes me feel happy? Seeing you and Holden looking so happy together.
So did you tell Angel the news yet?
No, I've been trying to get her alone. It's not easy today.
I know. I kind of like it that way, though. I don't have to think about my life, you know?
Hi. Thought I'd just drive out and wish my family a happy 4th.
Kirk, why'd you come out here when you know how Ellie
I'm not
feels?
here to ruin anyone's holiday, and yes, I know how Ellie feels. I know how all of you feel. Does anyone know how I feel?
Kirk, we said everything we needed to say at Lily's.
Yeah, that was a day and a half ago. I haven't seen you since. I can't seem to forget the fact you're still my wife, and I still love you.
Well, you seem to have forgotten for 3 months when you were making plans with Connor. I don't want to fight with you.
Kirk, look, no, I don't think this is the time for this. I think you'd better go. I mean, we're having people coming. It's...
Mama, he's not just going to leave. You want to step out on the porch and talk about it,
Yeah,
Kirk?
that's fine, but I think your family deserves to know what I've offered to do. I know all of you think I'm some heartless ogre that takes away businesses from poor defenseless women, but I told Ellie that I would petition the older stockholders and I would get them to reinstate Lucinda as CEO if that would prove to her how much I love her.
Would you like to go to the pond?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Makes
here,
sense.
go on.
Everything's safe down there.
Happy 4th.
Kirk, even if you went ahead with this plan for Ellie's sake, my mother would never go along with it. I don't think she's ever going to recover from what you and Connor did to her.
Same thing to Connor and Evan's dad.
I think she was a lot more upfront about it. And you deceived me, too, when you took my proxy.
Okay, that's it. That's enough. Let's go out on the porch, Kirk. You want to go out on the porch and talk about it?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
I just want your family to know that I'm still the same guy that they liked and approved of when I married you.
Mm-hmm.
I've always loved coming out here. I've always felt welcome here. And I'd like to feel that way again sometime soon.
I promised myself I wasn't going to get into it with him.
Kind of wish Ellie would just take Kirk up on his offer.
Kirk, you know I love you. Do you know how hard this is for me? You think I like things
So
like
make it
this?
easy on yourself. Come back to me. I'll prove how much I
Oh,
love
what,
you,
just
Ellie.
like that?
Yeah, why not, if you love me?
Because you don't listen to what I say. You don't comprehend what I say to you. That's why I'm feeling so lonely and depressed.
Would you?
No, I want you to go. I want you to go before you ruin the day or what's left of it for everyone. Go, please.
Hello?
Hey, Kirk. I'm glad you're here. There are a couple of things I wanted to say to you, if you're finished.
I'm finished.
Watch your step, will you?
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I just can't be objective, but I felt sorry for Kirk, him having to stand there and plead his case like that, knowing what it's like to beat your head against a stone wall.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about Bob the whole day. Back enjoying the holiday with Kim and his family. It just makes me feel like my situation is so hopeless, so stupid. So why don't I just get on with it, you know? Just move on.
Gee,
it's taken you this long. Imagine what I've got to look forward to.
Hey, guys.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you? Susan, have you spoken to Emily lately?
Yeah, I called her this morning to see if she was interested in buying her grandmother's cabin, you know, as an investment.
Really? I didn't know that Ellen was thinking of selling.
Yep, I offered to help her pack it up. It's not going to be easy.
What did Emily say about the cabin?
Just that it, had a lot of bad memories for her. She asked about you.
Well, why don't you, tell her that I'm doing fine next time you talk to her.
I will.
I'm gonna get another soda.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Well, stay here. I'll get you one.
Thanks. You know, I don't think Paul's ever going to get over your daughter, Dr. Stewart, no matter what he says. Gets this look in his eye every time he hears her name. I never see that look any other time.
They went through a lot of very difficult times together, so they have a special kind of bond. But it doesn't mean that they might want a future together.
Yeah. I'm going to go for some.
Cute kid. I gather she's got a thing for Paul.
Oh, you gathered that, did you?
Hey.
Paul said you were thirsty.
Yeah, where is he?
He had to go back up to the house. Something about important phone call?
I just think you should know how I feel.
I know how you feel. If you could just be objective for a moment, though, maybe you'd remember how Lucinda treated me and everybody under her.
She expected a lot from you. She gave you her trust, which is very difficult
I
for her
suppose
to
she
do.
didn't tell you that I stopped by. I told her how much we valued her input, how much we wanted her on the team.
You think that she's going to work for you and Connor's kid brother again?
Hey, John. Hey, Link, listen. I hope you know how much Connor wished she could have told you about her plans.
It wasn't that she couldn't, it was a choice she made.
Well, I think you're oversimplifying this a little bit. The point is, we made the choice not to tell anybody because we didn't want to burden the people we cared about with information that they would have to withhold from people they work with.
Yeah, that sounds real good, Kirk. But talk about oversimplifying? Think again.
Hi, Ellie told me you were here.
Yeah, just getting a few things off my chest, that's all.
Have a look. Do you think I could talk to you alone at some point
Kurt,
today?
I don't think I should get in the middle
I'm going to
of
go
all this,
crazy if
really.
I don't talk to some reasonable human being about what's going on here.
All right, I'm going to be at Kim's later. Why don't you give me a call there and I'll talk, okay?
Thanks. I'll do that.
I'm glad to see you. A weird day.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Yeah, thank you. I talked to Mama.
Yeah?
Yeah, and she said that she would be glad to have us stay here, so it's up to you what you want to do.
I would love to spend some time with you here if it doesn't complicate your life, okay?
I don't see how anyone could complicate my life any more than it is right now.
A continuing subversion of nature's design.
Tropicana Twister announces new designer flavors.
How absolutely uncalled for.
Tropicana Twister, now with exotic new flavors Mother Nature never planned on.
One sip is a world of trouble.
Orange strawberry guava, orange mango, mandarin orange papaya.
Could lead to dancing.
Tropicana Twister, flavors Mother Nature never intended, but should have.
We may have to nip this thing in the bud.
Tastes too good.
Tastes too good to be, but it's not.
Tastes too good to be, you know.
Tastes too good to be, you know what?
I don't believe it.
Tastes too good to be, but it's true. Tastes too good to be good for you.
Nah.
Much too good to be. Leave it to Louis Rich to be.
No way.
Way too good to be so fat-free.
Louis Rich oven roasted turkey breast.
Tastes too good to be 97% fat-free.
Tastes too good.
No.
Oh, my God.
At Publishers Clearinghouse, we specialize in big money surprises.
Are you kidding?
On July 31st, we could surprise you with $1 million if you enter our new sweepstakes fast.
You have surprised me.
When the sun is intense, do what dermatologists recommend. Get out of the sun. Get into the shade. Shade SPF 45 blocks out 97% of the UVA and UVB burning rays. So get out of the sun. Get into the shade.
Kim, this is such a lovely setting for a wedding. No, I'm awfully glad they decided on a small family gathering. When he called yesterday with the news, I was afraid that Darryl would want a huge church wedding with all the trimmings.
Well, I think we all thought this was best under the circumstances.
I'm sure that you folks were just as surprised as we were when you heard about the wedding plans.
We felt they were rushing things, but they're obviously very much in love, and our son has never been one to stand on ceremony. He goes after what he wants.
Just hand it to you, though, Harry, the way you lined everything up.
Wind up easy to do when you got inspiration.
Thanks, sweetie. Hey, Margot, now that we've got you by yourself here, there's something that I really want to ask you. Well, almost by yourself.
What?
Want to be one of my bridesmaids?
Yeah!
Great.
For kissing the back.
I don't know if Dana's having such a good time. She looks kind of lonely.
Well, let me see what I can do about that.
Thanks. You're going to be beautiful, darling.
Thank you, dear. I shall talk.
Okay, Lisa.
Hi, sweetie.
So what do you think about Mom's flowers here?
Lovely.
You heard from Andy Park Forest? He's still there?
Yes, he is. Oh, he's so worried. Julie is going through a terrible postpartum depression, and he's trying to see it through.
Yeah, well, I think once he sees Julie through this, he's going to evolve somebody very special to him.
Well, I hope that's not true.
Hey, Tom, you have any idea when Jessica will be back?
All I know is she's in Edinburgh doing some business concerning Paul's Swiss accounts. Honey,
Just don't see how James's drug money is going to bring Paul anything but grief.
Well, you know, I hardly ever agree with your son, but if my father left me millions, I would certainly go after them.
I love you both. I'm very glad to finally meet you, dear.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, too.
It can't have been easy for you with all that's happened since you first agreed to be a surrogate for Daryl and Carolyn.
Well, no, but I'm just trying to concentrate on having a healthy baby now. So anyway, how was your trip?
I'll coach you.
Hello. Hi.
What you thinking about?
I don't know. Even the word baby upsets me now. This is getting absurd.
I know.
And anytime anybody asks me about Andy, gosh, I don't know.
Hello? Andy, honey, for heaven's sakes, where are you?
Actually, I have a photo assignment for Lisa in the Argus.
Well, that's funny. Lisa didn't say anything about that.
Oh, she probably didn't know I was doing it today.
Yeah. Well, are you on your way?
No, not yet. I should be there for the cookout, though.
You want to talk to Court? She's right here.
Actually, I wanted to speak to Lisa. Is she there?
Yeah, just a minute. Lisa? Honey, Andy wants to talk to you. Something about his assignment? What? Oh, yeah, sure.
Hi. How's it going?
Well, Julie's really depressed. Dr. Hobson made her take a walk with the nurse just to get her out of bed. She's been at me about going home and being with Courtney, and I didn't tell her the way things stand because I don't want to depress her anymore.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Dr. Hobson thought that I should just go along with Julie's ideas so as not to upset her.
I think that's a very good idea.
You know, she keeps saying that she wants to speak to Iva for some reason.
Well, she's not here just now, but Iva will be here in a little while. I'll tell her.
Good. Okay. All right, I gotta go. Thanks, Lisa. Bye. Hey, how was your walk? Make you feel better?
I'd feel a lot better if you'd go on home.
Well, I'm gonna go home and, well, first I'm gonna go to your place and change, and I'll come back here and say goodbye.
No, you don't have to do that. Just go on home to Courtney. I'm feeling much better now. I just want to get some sleep.
Did she, want to see the baby?
I wanted to take her by the nursery, but she refused.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Julie, enjoy your nap.
Have a good time with Courtney.
Okay.
I don't have...
Nice.
So are you still talking about the Middleton house?
Well, yes, but we're also trying to figure out what we can do for Lucinda.
One thing I think we should do is get her back into seeing Dr. Michaels.
Oh, gee, I'll try that tack next time.
So what do you say we head on over to the Hugheses? I'm sure they've got the old barbecue fired up by now.
I'm doing some last-minute stuff for supper.
Emma, you got a job?
Yes, I do. When it's ready, you can man the grill, the two of you.
You got it.
How'd you wear those sodas? Where'd you put them?
Right over here.
You know, Tess, once we dry off, we should head over to Aunt Kim's and Uncle Bob's.
Yeah, I love it that we have 2 parties to go to today, but I'm really going to hate leaving here.
No, you can't.
Sorry.
Do you realize the next time you see this pond, you'll be Mrs. Anderson?
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Not as much as I love you. I always will.
I like the sound of that even better.
You know, I don't want to brag or anything, but I think you should know that someday, very soon, we're going to be loaded. I mean, really loaded. So I think you ought to take some time out and think of all the things you want.
I know what I want. I've already got it. You, and only you.
Ellie?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know this has to be very difficult for you.
It is, Holden. It wouldn't be so hard if I didn't love him so much.
I know. I wish I would have forced him to tell you the truth in the first place.
No, I don't want you to lay a guilt trip on yourself. Go and be with Lily and be happy.
Ellie, I know it's not the same, but I have some idea what you're going through.
No, I'm sorry, Kirk. She's not here yet. I'll give her a message. Okay. Will do. Bye-bye.
Who's that calling?
Oh, it was Kirk looking for Iva.
Oh.
I have a bone to pick with you.
So why did you give Andy...
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty, above the fruited plain.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just thinking how much I'm gonna miss this place.
Well, you're not going very far.
Yeah, I know. I was also thinking how much Julie used to like it here. You know, it's weird. In 3 weeks, she's gonna have a baby, and I'm not even gonna know it.
Brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
I came to check on her, and the room was empty.
Where's Julie?
The desk nurse saw her leaving and thought she'd been released. Maybe she went to her apartment.
No, she's not in her apartment. I just came from there.
There she goes.
I'm sorry Andy missed that. I wonder where he is.
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, this celebration is a tradition that started with my grandfather. He passed it on to my father, and then to me, and someday my sons will carry on for the Hughes family. Christopher, that flag up there represents liberty and democracy, freedom, and it has for over 200 years since Betsy Ross made the first flag. And through the years, a lot of men and women have fought. Some of them lost their lives to defend what that flag stands for. This year in the war in the Persian Gulf. But thank God, most of them are home now, and they're with their families, celebrating America's birthday, just as we are. So happy birthday, America.
Happy birthday, America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
Have you found out who the father is of Julie's baby?
Oh, hi, Dr. Hobson. This is Iva Snyder. I'm calling about Julie Sherry. I was wondering how she's doing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, but you did say this kind of depression only lasts a few days, right? All right. Has she been released? What about her baby?
Julie! Where? Oh!
Don't be mad at me.
I'm sorry. Are you all right? Why did you do that?
I just couldn't stay in the
Are you
hospital
okay?
any longer. I just kept thinking about the mess that I've made of things and the lies and everything. I was just going crazy.
It's all right. We're just doing what we need to do to protect the baby. Now listen, put your clothes back on and I'll take you back to the hospital.
No.
No, Julie, please.
No.
Trust me. Look, you're not thinking straight right now.
Andrew, I have been lying to you and I feel rotten about it.
It's okay. It's all right.
No, Andrew, I have been lying to you about the baby ever since I came back to Oakdale.
You told me about the baby.
No, I didn't. I told you it was this guy Gillette's from New York. It's just because I didn't have the heart to tell you that I don't know who the baby's father is. It could be Caleb, it could be Holden. I just don't know.
Thanks.
I couldn't find you outside. I wondered where you went.
I had to come in here and make a call. A friend of mine is in the hospital. She just had a baby, and she's going through a really rough time, and, well, she has no family to turn to, and...
Is this the person you've been visiting out of town?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's gonna... Well, she can't afford to raise the baby, so she's been talking about adoption. And I guess it's just... you know, bothering me. You know, everything I went through with Lily and everything.
Oh, well, now, come on. Don't beat yourself up for that. You did what you did with Lily because you were just a child at the time. You had to let her go. I think you've done everything you can in the prevailing years, you know, to make up for that.
Well, I don't know. I don't think you can ever make up for all those lost years, but it's just that I see her, and she's doing the same thing that I did. You know, she's refusing to see the baby because she doesn't want to get attached. And I just heard that she's left the hospital without being released, and...
Would you like me to call the hospital, talk to Chief of Staff?
No. They're supposed to call me back.
There you guys are. Soup's on in the backyard. Come on.
We're just going.
Oh, I want to say I haven't had a chance to congratulate you two, and I hope you're very, very happy.
Thanks, Iva.
I don't think I could be any happier than I am right now.
Yeah, well, come on, let's go get something
I
to
have
eat.
to wait for the phone call.
I've left the phone in the backyard. It's portable.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bye.
Did I tell you?
Evan will keep her company. I can't think about that right now. I'm too worried about Julie and the baby.
Holden, you have to know that there is a very large part of me that wants to run away with you tonight and just a very special day. And we haven't closed on our beautiful little farmhouse. We won't do that till August. And I want you to carry me over the threshold. I do.
Well, I want that too. But the trouble is, I want it with you right now, everything.
Just be patient, just for a little while longer.
The trouble is, I am out of patience.
All right, just like I showed you.
Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
just
One,
flip the wrist.
2, 3.
Oh, wow.
That did not work. What did I do?
No, I think we should just go back to the house and eat.
Well, okay, Ellie, you want to come and eat?
What? No. I'm not hungry. You guys go.
Oh, come on, Ellie, come back. But I don't want to leave you here alone.
Well, look, why don't I just fix us some plates and then I'll bring them back, all right?
Great.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Ellie. Hey. How you doing?
Honestly?
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel really lonely, and I didn't think I would ever feel lonely again after I married Kirk.
Well, Ellie, I think that Kirk is going through hell, too. You know, I understand how you feel about what he did. I gotta tell you, I felt sorry for him when he showed up today. There's gotta be a way that you two can work this out.
Oh, how, Caleb? You know, I feel like I married a man that I do not know. He has been planning this takeover for months. He deliberately lied to me. How can I ever trust him again, huh? I don't want to talk about this. You know what I am happy about? You going to Chicago tomorrow, starting a new life.
Yeah. I'm excited. A little scared, but excited.
You're gonna do great. And you deserve this, too. After everything you went through with Julie, you deserve this.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I'm gonna miss you, too.
I know.
Hi. Hey,
Doc
how are
Doc. How you doing?
How about here?
I really felt sorry for Ellie.
Well, yeah, it was kind of embarrassing when Kirk showed up earlier. Maybe Franny did me a favor by calling it off before we got married.
I wish I could say something to you that would make you feel better.
Nothing to say. I've tried to be a good sport about this, to be a good loser. But I can't just stop loving Franny. I don't think I ever will.
Please. She's not right for Paul.
Well, I wonder if any girl would be right for me in your eyes.
Touché, Mr. Kruger.
No, I promise you. If Paul finds some girl and falls in love with her all over again, I won't interfere. Not like I did with Emily.
I'm sure you won't. Especially if you have a life of your own that's full and somebody to share it with you.
You know, Gavin, I've told you I still love my husband. And I'm hoping that he realizes that he loves me and he comes home to me.
How long do you intend to wait for that to happen?
I don't know. But now that your contact has gotten my letter to him, maybe I'll get an answer from him soon. Hello?
Jess, are you back? No, I'm still in Edinburgh. I'll be back tomorrow. I just wanted to get in touch with Paul and give him an update on how things were going. I tried his suite at the Lakeview, and there was no answer, so I thought maybe he'd be there.
No, he's over at Kim's. What's the situation with James's Swiss accounts?
Well, when all the red tape is finally cleared, your son's going to be a very wealthy young man. Oh, well, give him my best and ask him to call Alice and set up a meeting. Great. Thanks, Barbara. Bye-bye.
How's Barbara doing?
Fine. Gavin was with her.
Oh, no, I don't like to hear that. You know, Barbara's lonely. She's very vulnerable right now.
Duncan, I know how you feel about Gavin, but he is my client and a friend.
Sorry this took so long.
You know, actually, I should be getting back to the hotel. I need to pack.
Oh, no, come on, Jess. Sit down, have a cup of good Scottish tea. When you get back to Oakdale, all you'll be able to get in those nasty little bags.
Good point. Well, my trip has been really wonderful. I've really enjoyed spending time here with you and your beautiful children.
Well, I'm glad we had this chance to get to know each other better.
It's just too bad that Jessica was so busy with Paul Ryan's legal affairs that we didn't have a chance to visit Loch Ness. Next time.
Father, would you like some tea?
Oh, yes. And, you know, do you have any more of those scones that you made this morning? I'll be hard-pressed to find those in Oakdale.
I'll get you some.
Thanks. I'm very glad you like Scotland.
I'm glad I came.
It's just too bad you've had to stay in the hotel. Every night I dream about falling asleep with you in my arms, waking up to a beautiful Scottish morning.
Duncan, we'd better...
I mean it. It's just all part of loving you the way I do.
Okay, we were just about to sit down and have some coffee and brandy. Would you like to join us? Would you? Yeah,
Sure, we will.
Good.
I'll get the brandy.
So, are Paul and Tess still over at Kim's?
No, actually, I think they took Courtney to the cellar. The party was kind of wrapping up as we were leaving. Barb, there's something I've been meaning to ask you for a long time. I didn't really get a chance to this afternoon. It would make me very happy if you would be a bridesmaid in my wedding.
Oh, well, Franny, I'd be honored.
You would?
Yes,
Right.
of course.
It would mean so much. I talked to Sabrina earlier, and she says she's going to come down from Montega to be my maid of honor. Isn't that great?
Yes, that is great. Sit down. So, how is she?
Oh, I guess she's doing okay. She says she's working very hard on a program to help the people down there rebuild after the war. I think she's a long way away from being over Tonio, though.
So, did the authorities ever find any trace of his body or the money he was carrying?
No.
Gavin, now that you've taken over Rhea's riverfront project, do you intend on making good on all the deposits that the people made for the retirement village?
Well, I have a meeting with Jessica Griffin about all that stuff tomorrow. I understand there may be a class action suit filed against me.
Yes. I intend to take special interest in that because Franny's grandmother was a victim of that swindle.
You know, the more I think about it, the more I realize I'm not very good company tonight, am I?
You know, you gotta stop this. You have to get your feelings out. Sometimes when I'm alone, I start thinking about Bob. I feel like screaming. Except then all the guys in the little white coats, they come after me. And my reputation in this town is not too good.
Yeah, but I like a lady who can laugh about her problems.
Well, I'm trying to be like you. Graceful loser. It's not easy.
Yeah, well, I'm tired of being graceful. I'm telling you, Daryl Crawford is not the right guy to be marrying Franny. I know.
To help you guys, but it's worth some union.
Hey, there's some peach pie in the house.
Oh, not for me. I'm really pretty full.
Beautiful
watermelon. I grew it
I should really be getting home.
Me too. Let's go up to the house. We'll say thanks to Emma. How's that?
All right.
I'll take a look.
Bye-bye,
Bye, sweetie.
Don't drive safe.
See you later.
Watermelon. Wear your seatbelts.
See you later.
I'll tell you, though, I feel kind of sorry for Larry. I mean, he knows that Franny and Daryl are planning a wedding, and...
Oh, what did Daryl say about the takeover?
He had a meeting with Kirk and Connor, and well, he said things didn't go very well. I'm gonna...
So stupid.
I'll go see if she's okay. Angel, I haven't had a chance to tell you how wonderful you look. I hope things work out for you.
Thanks. Well, it's kind of hard to believe it, you know, when Ivan and Dr. Michael said that things would get easier, but they really have. I'm happy for Caleb, too. Yeah, it would be nice to have him nearby.
Hi, Ava. We missed you. How was it at the Hughes?
Nice. It was very nice.
Did Andy and Courtney patch things up?
Andy never showed up. We got to find out what's going on with that boy. Thanks. Hey, you two. Have you decided to hold off until the fall now that since you found a dream house, huh?
Mm-hmm. We discussed it, and that's exactly what we plan to do.
Let go. The right time.
Let go. Like now, I'm gonna let go.
Don't swallow those holes. Let go. All right.
Okay. We just give the kids a big hug and tell them Mommy loves them. And thanks, Mrs. Wendell, for taking care of them. You've been a real mom to them. Okay, I gotta go. Bye-bye. Hello? Lisa. Hi. No, I'm fine. I just couldn't stay in that hospital any longer. No, there's no need. Andy's here. Yeah, I finally told him the truth about everything. He was great. Yeah, he just went out to get groceries. Listen, when you talk to Iva, tell her that I've got to know as soon as possible about...
Hi. Come on, look at your mom.
In the privacy of your room.
Well, I have to pack, especially if we're going to have lunch at Beatrice's tomorrow after I finish my work in town.
I'm not sure I want to wait that long to see you again. Why don't I just call Beatrice and tell her I'm staying in town tonight?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
Because Beatrice seemed a little uncomfortable when she walked in on us earlier at the cottage.
Well, I think she's probably still a little down because Ryan is still in Europe. Beatrice adores you.
Well, all the same, I think when we get back to Oakdale, we should take things slowly, you know, not go public right away.
Jessica, we've told each other how much we love each other. Why not tell everybody else? They're going to find out anyway.
All right, but let me break the news to my family first.
I wish I could help you with that, but I'm afraid I'd just muck things up all the more.
Yeah. But I have to do this myself, even though I do not look forward to it.
You know your family loves you, and I'm sure they just want you to be happy. So, I'll pick you up tomorrow, unless you want me to stay the night.
I'll get a taxi, because you should spend the morning with Beatrice and the children.
All right. Till then.
Cal's at Lila's.
Ooh, maybe she's had a change of heart about him.
Yeah. Maybe seeing him cozy up to Lucinda had something to do with it.
Ooh, he's too nice a guy to get mixed up with a dame like that.
You know, I don't know Lucinda very well, but from everything everybody said, she had a pretty rough time in this takeover.
Oh, really? You know, on my long list of people to feel sorry for, Lucinda's about the last in line. I think this is going to be good for her. Maybe she'll clean up her act. Maybe she won't. Oh, listen, why are we talking about her? Why spoil a good dish of ice cream?
Let's talk about something positive.
Right. Gee, you know, I hope that Cal doesn't push too hard and push Lila away.
Yeah, well, sometimes pushing works. Worked for Daryl. You know what really burns me? All those months, I held off. I tried to be patient and understanding. I tried to give Franny all the space that she needed. I did my damnedest not to pressure her. All the things I never was in Boston, Susan. All the things Franny wanted me to be. And what happened? Daryl. That's what happened. He came in, he took advantage of the situation. All he did was pressure her. And it worked, damn it. She's gonna marry him.
You want some chocolate sauce on that?
Look, Daryl, I know there's been some bad feelings between us, but why don't we just put that behind us? What do you say?
If you're talking about your attempted takeover of DeWitt a few years ago, hey, it's just business. Trying to seduce my wife, that's something I could never forget.
That was just an innocent flirtation. I'm really sorry that you misunderstood that.
You're unbelievable. There's nothing innocent about that on your part. Hey, you and Carolyn's first husband, Philippe, still friends? I mean, you always had a lot in common. I mean, he's got the morals of an alley cat, too.
Hello?
Carol?
Oh, yes, just a moment, please. Gavin, it's a call for you from Des Moines, from an Arthur Claiborne.
Excuse me.
Hello, Arthur.
You to a clean you could never.
One to bond with, you know? I mean, it's a really important time in his life.
Where did you get all this stuff? This bassinet and this stuff?
Well, I asked the nurse where I could buy some stuff, and she said right next to the hospital. So I did. And then I went back to the hospital, and I got this little guy, and they just gave him to me. I was like, no problem, because, you know, my name was on the certificate. I'm the father and everything. And then I walked out, and I felt so proud because everyone's making a fuss over him. And I could see why, because he's so beautiful.
Andrew, you know I have to give him up. This is only making it harder for us.
I'll be right back. Look, Julie, I want you to think some more about what I suggested, because Lisa and I could, you know, we could...
Oh, it's crazy, especially now with what you know about him.
Well, it's okay. I don't care about that. Look, I know you didn't tell me at first for a good reason, but don't worry. It's probably Caleb's, because he only spent one night with
Well,
her.
I'm not so sure. I mean, why hasn't Iva called? She knows I'm here.
Because Dr. Hobson told us not to upset you by saying anything that might...
So why hasn't she called today?
Because she's at the Snyder's and there's a lot of people around. I'm sure she'll come up here tomorrow. Now sit down, go to sleep. I'll take your shoes off. Lie down. Oh. You're kidding him. Now we'll talk some more about it in the morning.
There's nothing to talk about. I want you to take him back to the hospital.
Julie, the reason I can't do that is because I don't have the money. All right? You have other bills. And look, if you just spend some time with him, you'll see that you shouldn't give him up for adoption, no matter who the father is.
I hope you two are always as happy as you are right now.
Well, there's nothing standing in our way now.
Iva, we want you to be godmother to our first child.
I hope you two are always as happy as you are right now.
Iva, I know that Julie's gonna have her baby in a month or so. When you hear the news, would you tell me?
Well, why do you want to know, Caleb? I thought you were over Julie.
I feel sorry for her.
Starting with a clean slate now, there's nothing from the past to stand in our way.
I hope you two are always as happy as you are right now. What am I gonna do? What am I going to do?
I have a confession. I have no idea how to choose a long-distance calling plan. I don't have to. Sprint does it for me. They keep track of when and where I call it.
But it's just not easy to find this kind of peace and quiet there. Yeah. Did you see Iva this morning? Well, she left about an hour ago. Said she had to go see a friend before work, but we had time to talk at breakfast. We had a good talk. Good. She's a very special person. Yes, she is. Well, I wonder how Caleb's coming along with that packing. Actually, I think that he's pretty much packing it all in there.
All in that one car.
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna miss you. He's gonna miss all of you.
Yeah, we're gonna miss him too. We're gonna miss you. I think it's a good thing, though, for you and Caleb. I do.
Well, we talked about it, I mean, and we both think it'll be good to have a close friend so near, and of course it'll be a long time before I'm ready for any kind of romantic relationship with anybody.
No, I think Caleb knows that. I just think it's great that the two of you are close now.
It's not often that two people get a second chance with each other. I mean, Caleb and I, we did some awful things to each other a few years ago, but it just seems like that's all gone now, like it's all behind us.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Ellie, I know how you and Kirk love each other, and I just hope that you two will find some way to give each other a second chance, too.
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you.
Okay, we're all packed.
Mom and Cal are waiting back at the house to say goodbye.
Well, I think I'm all ready then. Goodbye again, you two. It was really nice to come back and see you both so happy.
We want the same for you.
Thanks.
You too.
Yeah, I'll be working day and night on that best man's toast, don't you worry. Wish me luck.
Oh, honey, all the luck in the world. With your new job, too.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. Ellie, I'll be in touch.
Be in touch? Make things work in Chicago.
I'll try my darndest.
Okay.
Hold it. I know you don't need any luck. You got all the luck in the world.
Still, a little luck never hurt.
Franny, I know all about Crawford don't exactly get along. But I think you should know that Franny told me that she's very concerned about your retaining Arthur Claiborne. Evidently, he publicly accused Franny and Darryl of having an affair while Carolyn Crawford was still alive.
Did she also tell you that he's convinced that Darryl's responsible for his wife's death?
Look, we've got to talk about Gavin Kruger.
This isn't a very good time for that.
Look, you hold a lot of influence over him. You have to use it to convince him not to have any dealings with Arthur Claiborne. He is a sick, vindictive man.
You've been very edgy all morning. Look at me. Ever since I told you the truth about being your father, there's been an honesty between us that I've treasured. I hope nothing has happened to change that.
I don't want to say anything that will hurt you.
Ever since I told you how I felt about Jessica, and you wanting to know what to tell the grandchildren, there's been a distance between us. I'd like to get all of that out before I leave.
I just think you and Jess may be making a mistake. I don't think you've considered all the consequences. Other people's feelings.
What about your feelings, Beatrice? And would you think it was a mistake if Jessica and I married because we truly love each other, which we do?
If you do marry, would you have children?
I think Jessica might like to have children. I wanted children with Shannon.
But surely you can see it's very different for you to have children with Jessica.
Why? Because she's black and I'm white? Aren't you forgetting the most important thing? If we decided to have children, we would give them all the love they would ever need, all the support they would ever need to face any problem.
I really didn't want to get into this, Father.
You know, it's very difficult for me to believe that a woman as smart, as caring, and as sensitive as you are can feel this way. I promised Jessica that when she came here, she would find no prejudice. And to find it now in my own family.
Don't you understand? You're going to find it everywhere, maybe where you least expect it. I don't think of myself as a prejudiced person, but I know what I said is true. You and Jessica have other things to consider other than your own feelings. And I'm not sure you've really considered them.
Not a word of this to Jessica.
Hi. I left my suitcases in the taxi. What should I tell the driver?
Why don't you have the driver bring them in? Put them there next to Father's.
All right. I will.
Listen and take it in the spirit it's intended.
Okay.
I think you're making a big mistake marrying Darryl. Still believe in my heart that I'm the man to make you happy.
I'm gonna get some groceries. You hold on to that. Can you? No. And then I'm gonna make some breakfast for you. Okay?
I'm not very hungry.
Well, I deserve some breakfast because I stayed all night up with you. So, will you take care of him while I'm gone, please? I mean, there's a bottle over there.
Yes, I know.
If he wants another one. Okay, you know.
Maybe someday you'll understand why. Maybe you'll never even know that I was your mother. Probably be for the best, huh?
You brought the baby
Andy
here?
did. He's acting like he's a father. What did the blood types show? I've got to know. Is it Caleb or is it Holden?